Meet Sylvie. Her story shows us the value of pediatric occupational therapy. Watch her journey as she grows stronger, develops her fine motor skills, and catches up with her peers.
The first thing that made us want to get an evaluation for Sylvie was her preschool teacher noted that she was having some trouble cutting, and there was other activities at school where she wasn't on the same level as her friends. Looking back on it, I noticed that other kids were starting to make shapes and houses and people, and Sylvie was doing a lot of scribbling and beautiful colors. I thought it was beautiful, but I was wondering, how come she's not doing what the other kids are doing?
Sylvie's struggles are associated with decreased coordination, strength, endurance, and low muscle tone. For some children, this can result in other challenges. But for Sylvie, this led to difficulties with fine motor activities like drawing and learning to write her name. By the time Sylvie turned 4, she still grew tired and frustrated doing simple tasks like coloring in the lines. Children of this age may switch hands during activities in response to fatigue. Her lack of strength and coordination was affecting areas of her everyday life. Her parents looked into early intervention to keep her small problems with fine motor skills from becoming large issues later in life.
It's not even like we would do something like this because we want a super baby. You don't want this to be a stumbling block, so they can't move on and do what they want to do.
Sylvie began therapy to improve her fine motor skills and overall strength. Pediatric occupational therapy helps kids like Sylvie get better at their jobs, just like it does for adults. The occupation of a child is to learn, play, and grow. Sylvie met with her occupational therapist weekly and participated in activities in the clinic and at home that promote strength, balance, and coordination. She was able to improve her fine motor skills and increase her success in activities of daily living in 10 short months. Let's take a look at Sylvie in a therapy session. Here you see Sylvie working on cutting out a simple shape. She is unable to start on the line and brings her head closer to the paper in order to gain more control over her movement. Sylvie works so hard to coordinate the movement of her scissors that other muscles are activated, like those in her shoulders and mouth. When looking at her movement from the side, one can see she has difficulty with her finger placement and alignment of her wrist. She has only her index finger in the bottom hole of the scissors and needs to build strength and coordination in her hands and arms in order to make these movements accurately. Looking at Maxie, who is 5 months younger than Sylvie, you can see typical fine motor skills for a 4-year-old. Maxie's hand placement and ease in cutting out the same simple shape comes from her strength in her hands and core frame. Notice the way each girl holds her scissors in this side-by-side comparison. Sylvie lacks the strength and coordination to manipulate the scissors right on the line, something Maxie can do easily. Coloring is a great activity for children when developing fine motor skills. You can see Sylvie has a lot of trouble while trying to color within the lines. Her grasp on the marker is awkward, compensating for the lack of strength in her hand. Maxie easily stays in the lines and is able to completely fill in the shape. She also holds her marker correctly and isn't frustrated with this fun task. Each girl is able to color, but Maxie's level of detail is more typical for her age. Also, notice Maxie is able to use a much thinner marker with more accuracy while completing her task. These differences in performance and quality can cause great frustrations for children of this age. Sylvie worked hard attending weekly therapy sessions and engaging in activities at home with her family to improve her core strength and promote her occupational therapy goals. The skills Sylvie developed will serve as building blocks as she grows and learns to do more complicated tasks. After 10 months of occupational therapy, Sylvie graduated. Today, she is able to cut out a complex shape and make each movement in her hands and upper body with ease. Sylvie no longer struggles to hold the scissors appropriately and sits up straight and strong when performing a fine motor task.
We're so glad that Sylvie went through the process of going to occupational therapy. There's nothing that she's afraid of or nothing that frustrates her as far as fine motor skills are concerned, and to us that's fabulous because it just means that she's going to be able to just move past that and do whatever she wants to do.
My name is Sylvia and I'm 5 and a half.